YouTube. What is good, man? What is good? Divisional round actually went really, really well. I was 3 out of 4 on my picks, man. 3 out of 4. Ravens let me down. It was tough. That was a tough game to watch just in general. I would have hated to be a Ravens fan watching that game. Like, that was just, I'm not going to lie, that was heartbreaking. That was a heartbreaking finish, but, it is what it is. Bills move on, rematch, Bills Chiefs as usual, but we're going to go ahead and get into these championship round picks, man. Championship round picks. I'm going to start off with the Chiefs and the Bills because I feel like this is the easiest pick for me. I'm going with the Chiefs. It's not even a question about it. When it comes to playoffs, man, I really don't doubt Mahomes and Kelsey. It's really what they do. I remember during the season, a lot of people were telling me Kelsey was washed up, a whole bunch of different things, and he's just balling. Every single year in the playoffs, he turns the clock back, turns up. I think I said that in my last video about Kelsey. Just every year in the playoffs, he just always shows up, has big yards, touchdown. He just does what needs to be done, and they have a stout defense. I think that's one thing that's forgot about in the Chiefs. They got Spagnuolo over there that really has them boys going, led by Chris Jones. You got McDuffie on the outside, great corner. I think that team is just great, and they just find a way to do it. I think for the Bills, they're going to have to get a lot going to win that game. Josh Allen's going to have to make a lot of plays. He really going to have to be Superman. No Clark Kent. He really has to come out there and Superman it up and do what he has to do, man, because if he don't, and honestly, which is crazy to even say, I think even if he does, they'll still lose. I just think the Chiefs are just a better team, man. They always find a way to win. And you might be playing against them refs too. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of questionable calls in that Houston Texans game. I know a lot of y'all seen it, but it is what it is. But like I said, I'm going with the Chiefs in that game. I just think they're the overall better team. And they're led by the one and only Andy Reid, of course. So, I like what they're going to do on Sunday. And I think they'll get the job done. Is that game on Saturday or I don't even know. I think it's on Sunday. I don't know. But moving on to the Eagles and Commanders game, man. Dog. Jaden Daniels, man. He's the truth, man. This kid right here, man. Not even this kid. This grown ASS man. He's different. He's already, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFC. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy. I told somebody that the other day. They looked at me crazy. I think he's the best quarterback in the NFC. I think as of right now, out of all the quarterbacks in the playoffs, he's playing the best. I don't think you could even say Mahomes is playing on his level. And yes, it's because the Commanders ask him to do more. He does have to do a lot more in order to make. He is the engine that makes that team go. You know what I mean? So he is asked to do a lot more. But you can't deny it. The dude is playing out of his mind. He's really putting the world and the league on notice that he's here to stay. Like C.J. Stroud didn't even have this impact last year. Like the way if you just watch the games, like the way this guy is playing, you would think he's been in the NFL for 5 years. Like, being an Eagles fan, I'm scared next week. I really am. This kid is not playing, man. He's on a mission, and his team really believes in him, and they're following his leadership, man. Like, they really are. I got to get a kid his flowers, man, because he's really out here balling, man. But he is going up against my Eagles defense, you know what I mean? In this game, of course, I'm going with the Eagles. Y'all know I'm a little bit biased. Come on now. I'm going with my Eagles. I just think we have the overall better team. I think Washington losing their starting offensive lineman is going to be big for Jalen Carter in their rushing. I think that's one part of football that's kind of a lost art. It's the offensive and defensive lines. I think that's a lot of times where football is won at, in the trenches. That's what they call it. You know what I mean? And I feel like my Eagles can win in the trenches, and I feel like that's the difference in the game. I think Jaden Daniels, he's going to be a tackler. I don't think he's going to be the reason why the Commanders lose at all. I think he's going to come out there balling. I know a lot of people think it's NFC Championship. When is he going to show that he's a rookie? But we just got to start accepting it. He ain't about to show us he's no rookie. The dude is a seasoned veteran. He ain't playing around. We got to stop thinking that. We got to just get a dude his flowers and understand that he's a baller and he's going to ball out. That's just what it is. And we got to do our absolute best to contain him, keep him inside that pocket. Don't let him get outside the numbers, running all over the place, because that's when the dude can literally transform the whole game and literally just flip the game upside down, man. But I really like You know what I'm saying? What my offensive line can do against the Commanders' defensive line. I really like what my defensive line can do against the Commanders' offensive line. And, of course, we got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. I think Jalen being a little bit banged up does matter. It really does matter because he can't really move. You know, a lot of Jalen's game is running. You know, you see he had that 44-yard touchdown to start the game against the Rams. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of his game. And if that's not there, which we'll see if it is, that's going to be a big issue in the game. So, like I said, I'm going with the Eagles. I just think we're going to win the battle in the trenches, and that's the main reason why I'm going with us. And I think it's just going to be a hell of a game. I think this weekend is going to be some excellent football. You know what I mean? And gear up, guys. Gear up because we in for a show, man. And I'm ready. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Like I always say, let's do it, man. I hope y'all agree with my picks. If you don't, man, drop down below. What do y'all think the keys is for these games, man? What do y'all think is gonna happen, man? What teams are y'all going with? I want to hear y'all thoughts in the comments, man. Let me know what type of content y'all want to drop. Y'all want to hear me drop next. And yeah, man, it's just kind of crazy how this NFL season turned out. Who would have thought, man? The Commanders in the NFC Championship. This is crazy, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.